Alright guys, let's get into it. Looks like we might be running hot before Dodge 1. At least that way we won't have to keep anyone waiting. And McGill, no fooling around today. I'm nervous enough having you as our flight commander.
Don't worry guys, I'm a natural at this. You're in good hands. Right renders, let's get the power on. Battery, alternator and generator turned on. Also turn on all the comms, VHF, UHF and FM radio.
Alright guys, so remember we are not flying in formation today. We'll be heading out as a hunter-killer team, just like we did earlier on in the week. The hunter flies low for the low-level recon and takes the lead. The killer flies about 200 feet aft of the lead bird and sits about 300 feet higher for the high-level recon. Dodge 1 will take the lead for the majority of the flight, but we might mix things up a bit. And McGill, don't sound so nervous. You're doing good so far.
Thanks. This is my first time flying as the flight commander, so just don't want to make any mistakes that will confuse my pilot.
Well, when you feel a smack on the back of your helmet, you'll know you're doing something wrong. Now brief us on the flight we'll be doing today.
I have a feeling I might be getting a few of those today. Right, gentlemen. Today we will be conducting a recon down the Hibas Canyon to the west. We have a few outposts spaced down the canyon, and they are located down some of the routes that branch off from where we are heading, as indicated on my map. Fort Fable will be acting as HQ, and they have received a report from a recon unit made up of two birds from Fort Flight. There was what looked like transport vehicles moving in the canyon adjacent to the Hibas Canyon, about 20 miles west of our position, so that will be our primary objective today, as well as scanning the Hibas Valley for any suspicious activity. Fort Flight was unable to perform a recon as they were being low for fuel, so they called it in about 40 minutes ago. Any questions, gentlemen?
No, that just about covered it. We've all been briefed. Let's continue with the startup.
Fable Control, Dodge 3, running hot, requesting liftoff clearance.
Dodge 3, Fable Control. You are cleared for liftoff. Hold in a hover over taxiway Bravo. You will be cleared out together with Dodge 1. QNH2, 9.92, wind 008, 5 knots.
Cleared for liftoff. Hold and hover over taxiway Bravo. Cleared out together with Dodge 1, QNH2, 9.92, Dodge 3. Whenever you're ready, renders, you're clear on the left.
We are so fucking heavy. So fucking heavy.
Dodge 1, Dodge 3. We're holding in a hover over taxiway Bravo. Copy that, Dodge 3. We're making the call for liftoff now. Fable Control, Dodge 1, requesting clearance for liftoff and straight out departure. Flight of 2 for recon to the West Hibas Canyon.
Dodge Flight, Fable Control. You're cleared straight out for recon to the west, Hibas Canyon. We'll contact you if there are any changes to your flight plan. QNH2, 9.92, wind 008, 5 knots.
Cleared straight out as planned. Copy your last. QNH 29.92, Dodge Flight. Dodge 3, Dodge 1. We're lifting off and heading straight out. We'll take lead and fly the low recon as briefed, unless instructed otherwise. I'll try to maintain an average of 200 kilometers and slow down if I see anything unusual. Let's keep constant communication between the flight, but avoid any unnecessary chatter as to not congest the radio. Copy your last, Dodge 1. We're on your 6 and we'll report if we see anything from the high recon.
You would think that I'd be very excited about this mission because it promises some action. I, in fact, am not. This mission started on the very wrong foot. This is my third restart, and I will explain more about it later.
Alright, Riders. I don't have to tell you this, but try to always keep Dodge 1 in sight. That way if they slow down, you won't overshoot them. Alright then, let's go find some insurgents.
So first of all, the helicopter is ridiculously heavy. It's a fucking chore to fly. Second of all, we have to perform formation flying with the fucking AI, which I always hate because they fly like fucking morons. And we also have to make sure we follow this guy, but at some point he's going to turn off his lights, and it is ridiculously difficult to spot him because of how small he is, you know, because of how small the Gazelle is. Like, look at that. Why did he slow down? Yeah, I really am not looking forward to this. I've got a slight suspicion that I will hate this.
Dodge flight, turning off position and anti-collision lights. Copy that. Dodge 1 turning off lights.
Please don't slow down, I beg you. Okay. Frame rate is also dog shit. I installed a mod for better looking trees, but apparently my computer cannot handle it. So I'll be removing it for the next mission. And I also turned off TAA anti-aliasing because I was experiencing way too many artifacts, way too much blurriness. I turned on MSAA, but it seems to be too resource hungry. So yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. Okay, he's still moving forwards. Let's try to follow him. I thought he was slowing down. See how he turns into a pixel? I can barely track him. Like, right now I lost him. I know he's somewhere in the trees. There he is. I think he's slowing down. Pretty sure he is, yeah. He never announced it, of course. Why would he?
Dodge 1, Dodge 3. You got eyes on anything? Negative, Dodge 1. My pilot spotted some movement in the trees to our right, but it's just some wildlife that darted off. Probably got startled by the helicopters. Copy that, Dodge 1. Nice spotting. Dodge flight, turning right. We'll follow the Habaz Canyon to the west. Copy that, Dodge 1. We're on your 6. Dodge flight, we'll continue out to the west. We have an outpost located down the canyon to the south. We'll concentrate on the locations that are not patrolled by ground units. Copy your last Dutch flight. Yeah, I got outpost 4. 7 marked on my map located around 3 miles south of our position. Affirm Dodge 3. I got the same location for 4-7. establish visual contact with the vandals. Copy, look 47 redirecting the flight. Stand by. Do you have a beacon set up? Affirm. Beacon is set up. Frequency 0.430. Copy that. Frequency 0.430. Relaying the message to Dutch flight. Dodge flight, Fable control, relay position report. Fable control, Dodge flight. We are approximately 10 miles west of Park Fable and 3 miles north of Outpost 47 westbound, Abass Canyon. Copy that, Dodge flight. Reroute to Outpost 47. ADF frequency 0.430. They are in need of aerial assistance. A fire has broken out at their storage facility about 5 miles southwest of their position, and it might be intentional. Scout the area for fleeing suspects. 47 has a ground unit located 2 miles southeast of the storage facility. I'll request that they drop smoke once they have you inside. Copy your last Fable control. Reroute to 47's location ADF 0.430. Perform aerial surveillance and well, keep an eye out for 47's ground units. Confirm smoke color. Stand by for smoke color, Dodge flight. Let Dodge 3 take flight lead and form up for high recon. Dodge flight standing by for smoke color, giving lead to Dodge 3 and forming up for high recon Dodge 1 out. Dodge 3 taking lead en route to Outpost 47. All right, Renders. Follow the canyon back to the east. We'll take low-level recon, so drop down low. Dodge 3, Dodge 1 forming up on your 6. Copy that, Dodge 1.
Okay, ADF needle is pointing in the correct direction, I think. I don't suppose I need to turn the tone thing on, because it's going to drive me nuts if I have to. For now, we're going to follow the canyon.
Make a right-hand turn down this canyon to the south. Outpost 47 should be located about 3 miles from our location. Fable control, Dodge flight, turning into the southern canyon 3 miles north of 47. Copy your last Dodge flight. Outpost 47, Fable control, Dodge flight is approaching your position. Confirm smoke color. Copy that, Fable control. Our patrol unit is located 2.5 miles southwest of our location. They will mark with blue smoke. The storage facility will be located 3 miles southwest of their position. Copy, blue smoke. Fable control. Copy, blue smoke. Dodge flight. The outpost should be located just after these cluster of trees. We'll pass over them and head directly down to the patrol unit until we have the storage facility in sight.
Okay, I see it. No smoke visual.
Fable control, Dodge flight, passing over Outpost 47 and pushing direct to the storage facility.
Dodge flight passing outpost 4-7. Their patrol is located 2 miles to the southwest and will mark position with blue smoke. Copy that, Dodge 3. Still on your 6.
Copy your last Dodge flight. Fable control.
I see something up ahead. This must be it. Yep. Tally on blue smoke.
Dodge flight. Blue smoke in sight. Copy that, Dodge 3. I've got the burning storage facility in sight, 3 miles southwest of our position. There is a ridge in front of us to the right that we can take cover behind to try spot any movement with the infrared camera before moving in for close recon. Copy that, Dodge 1. Taking cover behind the ridge to the right. I'll take low and you take high. Copy your last, Dodge 3.
I actually don't understand where I'm supposed to be looking. I don't see... Is that a tree up ahead? Yeah, I don't see smoke. I don't see a source of fire, so... What's up with that? I'm in the auto hover now, but nothing is happening.
Alright, McGill. Use the infrared camera to scan the area for any personal or vehicles. Once you're done, check in with Dodge 1 before relaying the threat back to Fable Control. If there's anyone out here who's responsible for this fire, we'll find them. I don't see anything except for the storage facility. Let me check in with Dodge 1. Dodge 1, Dodge 3, do you have eyes on anything? Negative, Dodge 3, just the storage facility. Copy that, Dodge 1, me neither. Let me relay the threat back to Fable Control for further instructions. Stand by. Dodge 1 standing by. Fable Control, Dodge Flight. We have eyes on the storage facility. We have performed a video scan, but we have no sighting of enemy vehicles or personnel in the area. Requesting close recon by flyby.
Copy that, Dodge flight. Dodge 1 hold position and Dodge 3 move in for a close recon by flyby. I need you to perform a high and low recon to ensure that no one is on the premises or the surrounding area. Dodge 1 will keep watch for any fleeing personnel.
Copy that, Fable Control. Moving in Dodge Flight. All right, Renders. Let's move in for high and low recon. Dodge 1, Dodge 3. Moving in for high and low recon of the area. Copy the Dodge 3. Holding position. We have you covered.
I didn't see the facility though. I didn't see where the facility is. Is it? I never spotted any smoke or anything like that. Wait, I think I see something, or is it a tree? No, it's a tree. Where the fuck is the facility? Oh, I see it.
Copy your last Fable control. Vacate the area and continue as planned. Dodge wants to take the lead. Dodge flight. Dodge 1, Dodge 3. Heading back to your position to continue as planned. Copy the Dodge 3, taking the flight lead and heading back to the Habaz Canyon for recon as planned. Copy that Dodge 1, forming up on your 6 and taking high-level recon.
Okay, the Gazelle was in this area. I just don't see it though. I lost track of him. He was in this area though.
Outpost 47, Fable Control. How copy?
Fable control, Outpost 47. Go ahead.
Dodge Flight has completed a recon of the area. They reported no personnel or vehicles in the vicinity. They did report smoke coming from the shed located on the northern side of the compound and no damage to the main building.
Copy that Fable control. We'll send in our ground units to further investigate the fire. Thanks again for the support. No further assistance is required. We'll take it from here.
Oh, I see him.
Copy your last
He's tiny, like a mosquito. Which I suppose is the point with this helicopter, but no lights as well. It makes it almost impossible to see him. Like, look at that, I'm chasing a fucking pixel.
Fable control, Dodge flight, leaving the southern canyon and continuing as planned westbound through the Habaz Canyon 8 miles west of Park Fable.
Copy your last Dodge Flight.
Dodge flight, westbound and continuing as planned. Report any suspicious activity. Copy your last Dodge 1, Wilco. We formed up on your 6. So on top of the insurgents now, we also have to keep an eye on the locals. Well, as you both know, not all the local population agree with us being here, have the countryside with us, and wish for a free democratic state. But the other half still have traditional ties to their neighboring countries and see us as a threat. It's not a very pleasant situation, but then again, war never is. You can say that again. Dodge 3, Dodge 1, how you guys looking up there? Nothing to report, Dodge 1. Got my head on a swivel. Good to hear, Dodge 3. We still on your 6. We'll report if we see anything. Right, Dodge Flight. Keep your eyes peeled. This is where Fort Flight had a sighting of 3 enemy vehicles about an hour ago. They were heading northbound, but we don't know if they changed direction or if they saw Fort Flight. Check the roads and as well as the trees, they may have moved off the path to take cover and conceal themselves. Copy that, Dodge 1. Myself and my pilot are scanning the area with a fine-tooth comb.
Roads.
Remember to scan the canyon walls as well as the lower sections. Sometimes when the insurgents have convoys moving from point A to B, they set up overwatch position to counter attacks from units just like us. Even though this is a training exercise, you need to be prepared for anything. Remember, we are training you for combat. Copy that. I'm scanning high and low.
Back at the canyon. Where did bro go?
Renders make a right
Finally,
turn here.
things are beginning to get interesting.
Watch on the backside of this ridge. Dodge 1 should be flying up with us now.
My asshole is about to cramp. Do you want me to enter auto hover? Probably it wants me to. Am I stable enough for auto hover? More or less.
Dodge flight, I'm forming up with you now for overwatch. Set up on this ridge line and stay on my right hand side. Did you make visual contact? Affirm Dodge 1. I got 3 military transport vehicles northbound of our position. They are situated where the river meets the forest. Parked off to the right of the river approximately 3 miles. Affirm Dodge 3. I got them in sight. I'll call it in. Stand by. Fable Control, Dodge Flight. We have a sighting of 3 military transports. How copy?
Copy your last Dodge flight. Watch the SATRAP.
Fable Control, we have 3 times military vehicles in sight about 3 miles from our position. Grid Lima Papa 95. 1 times fuel transport and 2 times transport trucks. These vehicles have markings that resemble the insurgents' writing and logos. No personal in sight and the vehicles are stationary. We are taking cover in a concealed location and are within firing range, waiting for further instructions.
Dodge flight, we have no reports of friendly vehicles at this location. These vehicles match the description reported by Ford Flight. Dodge 3 is cleared to engage and disloy all vehicles.
Clear to engage Dodge Flight. Dodge 3, you are cleared hot. Engage and destroy all vehicles. Cleared hot. Dodge 3. Setting pylon selector to missile 1. Master arm turned on. Got visual contact of target in Emin Ridge. Getting ready to fire stand by. Engage when ready, McGill.
There we go. It's going to make us a little bit lightweight. Selecting pylon 2. Not seeing an impact yet. Did something happen to the missile? Hello? Selecting pylon 3. I just don't know why it failed the first time.
Splash, direct kill.
Okay, last missile, but I don't have a visual to the final vehicle. I guess I'll have to displace. Last missile's out.
Splash, vehicle destroyed. Nicely done, Dodge 3. Stand by, I'll relay the sitrep to HQ. Fable control, Dodge flight, ready to send. Dodge flight, Fable control, send it. Fable control, we have eliminated all 3 vehicles. No sighting of personal or any other assets in the vicinity. Waiting for further instructions. Copy that, Dodge flight. Perform a BDA and report back. Copy your last Fable control. Wilco Dodge flight. Dodge 3, you're clear to move in for battle damage assessment.
Battle damage assessment, I can do that.
Copy that, Dodge 1, moving in for BDA. Okay, Renders, let's move in and see what we killed. Standard high and low recon.
Rog.
Dodge 1, all 3 vehicles are definitely neutralized. No visuals of any other assets or personal. Moving down now to the low recon to get a
I can see
visual of
3
any
vehicles
personal
destroyed. No personnel remaining.
Okay, Renders, let's do the low recon now just to make sure we got everything.
I mean, it's kind of pointless if you ask me. Besides, we've got a fucking canyon, trees and rocks to the left and the right, so I don't know how advisable this is, but whatever. Okay, here we are. Here is your low recon. Satisfied?
Dodge flight, confirming my last. 3 vehicles destroyed and no personal or other assets in sight. Copy that, Dodge 3. Return to the flight. I'll call it in. Dodge flight, we are RTB. Form up on my 6. Forming up on your 6. Dodge 3.
I mean, would be nice to know where the fuck you are. He was putting up Overwatch over here, but I don't know if he's moved or not. Yeah, he's off to my right. No visual. Oh, there he is. Good old Mark 1 here.
Fable control, Dodge flight. Warp in sight. We are 2 mics out to the west. Request landing clearance. Dodge flight, Fable control. You are cleared to land at Farm Fable. Approach from the east and use taxiway Alpha. QNH2 9.92. Winter 0, 8, 5 at 8 knots. Land on your assigned parking. How copy? Dodge flight is cleared for landing. Farm Fable. Approach from the east. QNH2 9.92. Windsor 085 at 8 knots. Use taxiway Alpha Woco for assigned parking Dodge flight. Dodge flight, we are cleared for landing. We'll go around keeping the FARC to our right and approach from the east. Turn on position and anti-collision lights. Form up on my 6 so that we can do a uniformed approach and landing. Remember your assigned parking. Copy that, Dodge flight. Forming up behind you for uniformed approach and landing. Dodge 3.
Okay, from what I remember, I'm middle row. I think I'm also supposed to use taxiway Alpha. He's probably going to do a vertical landing because he's AI. Vertical landings are always the wrong way to go about it. This is my parking spot. There's a bit of a slope as well. Okay, there we are. This is it. Mission complete. Almost 1.5 hours of pure torture for 5 minutes of fun. Now, granted, I don't have any issue whatsoever with boring flights, transfer flights, and so on and so forth. I don't care. In fact, I kinda like them because my favorite thing about helicopters is the flying. I love flying helicopters. But not formation flying with AI. Formation flying with AI, it's my fucking kryptonite. It's like someone is taking a plier and pulling my balls off. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. And it's not the mission maker's fault. It's DCS's fault with how dumb the AI is and how it doesn't observe any of the real flying rules and any of the physics. For example, it never gets into VRS, so it does stuff that throws you into VRS, but it never gets into VRS, which is a good thing, because if it did get into VRS, it would die all the time. But at the same time, fuck me, dude. Fuck me, dude. Yeah, the mission started on the wrong foot. I'm super tired, I'm super bored, Not a particularly good mission, if you ask me. Could it go just a smidge better if I was a little bit more careful, a little bit more alert? Maybe. But you know, basically, I was expecting some extra training, but we didn't really get any training. We were thrown immediately into observation and attack situations, and the campaign does make it very clear that the role of the campaign is not to train you, and you should already know how to use your guns, your weapons, excuse me. You should already know how to fly your helicopter and so on and so forth. But that said, the previous missions did do an excellent job at providing you with check marks, at, you know, checking whether you are capable of a hover, whether you're capable of instrument flights and so on and so forth. And they did it in a low pressure environment. Now, this mission was also low pressure in the sense that nobody was shooting at you, which, you know, makes it extremely easy. But at the same time, we were carrying too much fuel, so we were overweight. We were having issues with maintaining a hover. I was already pissed off when I started the mission because this was my third restart or something. Yeah. Let's just leave it at that. I don't think necessarily that this was a very bad mission, but I'm not a fan of it. And it's a shame that I'll have to deduct points from this campaign once I do the review. It's not going to get 5 stars, I'll tell you this much. How many stars it's going to get will depend on the last mission. The last mission is formation flying only. Oh my god, I'm going to hate myself. I am going to hate myself. Tengu signing out. Good flying, everyone.